Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. This latest trend that is going on in the southern part of Nigeria, especially the southeastern part of Nigeria, needs to stop now before it becomes a regular lifestyle. Don't forget that right now the northern part of Nigeria is ravaged, and bit by bit, initially the locals, the indigenous, were very economical with the truth and the facts. But it's now becoming overwhelming that they can no longer hide the truth. They can no longer call it propaganda. Their leaders are now beginning to open up and sound helpless. We think the way things are beginning to move now in the south, especially in the southeast, I think every hand should be on the deck to stop this. Some hours ago, information flooded the internet on how a monarch was brought down, was killed. In a moment, we're going to give you the lowdown what transpired and what investigations that are going on, what the informations that are coming up. Before we do so, like you subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. UGM, otherwise known as unknown gunmen, have killed the former traditional ruler of Mponando Aguleri in Anambra East local government area, Igwe Alex Tensi0n, along the Ezu Bridge, Otuocha. The former monarch, who was 62, was allegedly killed alongside his driver, Chukwuemeka. It was not clear as at press time what led to the killing. Some people in the area believed it was pure assassination. Now it's beginning to smell political. I wonder what happened. Let's continue with the news. They said Tensi0n was one of the 12 traditional rulers in the state suspended last year by Governor Willie Obiano for visiting President Muhammadu Buhari in Abuja in the company of the billionaire oil magnate Prince Arthur Eze. Following the incident, his subjects subsequently dethroned him and crowned another traditional ruler. It was also gathered that the royal father was shot in the head and dragged into the nearby bush, while his driver, who was equally shot in the head, was left in the vehicle. The police public relations officer, PPRO, in the state, that's Anambra State, DSP Ikenga Tochukwu, who confirmed the incident, said the new commissioner of police in the state, Mr. Tony Olofu, had already visited the crime scene. The PPRO said the CP described the incident as man's inhumanity to man, and he has ordered an immediate investigation into the incident. The exhibits recovered from the scene of the crime include one Lexus 470 with plate registration number Aguleri 1. That's Aguleri-1, belonging to the victim, and some expended ammunition. The bodies of the victims have been deposited in a mortuary. This is very, very sad. Yes, some persons are saying that it smells more like political than a mistaken identity. Some persons believe that it's a pure assassination and not the usual UGM thing. Now, have you seen what sometimes insecurity perpetuates? They use the opportunity. This issue of insecurity makes crime rate become increased. Because if this issue of, what I started getting worried at the beginning of that name UGM. What is UGM? Why are they not known? Anybody that carries any form of it, they say it's UGM. Initially, people thought, because of what Mazen African used to post on social media, you say UGM have come. They just assumed that he was the owner of UGM. Now you keep seeing things happening in the north, they'll tell you UGM. Something happened in the southwest, they tell you UGM. So another criminal issue or menace, social menace will happen in the south, they say it's UGM. Now that clearly shows, are you saying that these UGMs are one and the same and they have different branches in different states and regions? Of course not. Now, criminal elements have decided to brand themselves UGM. To use that name, UGM, to perpetrate crime. Our security personnel need to be up and running. Let's stop, categorizing every criminal or every crime scene as UGM. Can we just unfold this mystery and reduce this level? You can imagine if a monarch, or whether dethroned or not, because it was in a car written Aguilera 1. The fact that he has sat on the throne before, it clearly shows that nobody is immune. Some persons have been shouting, what kind of monarch will now have a day she, juju, you cannot enter, and all that, all manner of names they give to, they call it spiritual body shield, and all that, whatever name is being called. It doesn't take the fact that if a traditional ruler, of whether former or still present, that can happen to him on a fine day. Nigeria should be run in such a way that an average Nigerian can walk in the street and not being bothered. But right now, it looks as if just as politics is the most viable, viable business, it brings reward. It's one business venture that have no receipts. If you contest election, you can put all your money and lose it all. But if you can also contest the election and win it, you are a billionaire. Just wait for the next 4 years. The level of looting and impunity is in fact, is wakakom. Carry go. Nobody is disputing it with you. But at the same time, it's also one of the most dangerous ventures you can go into, because when you go into it, you begin to. Nigerian politics is not a game. It goes beyond games, do or die. It's something that has to do with, if you lose, you can have permanent interest, you can have permanent enemy. It's a very dirty one. I do not know, I'm not saying that, but a lot of persons are of the opinion that this was strategic. There were days when you walk on the streets and you are sure nothing. In fact, there were still days, safe. Our policemen account for the bullets they use, and they wear their uniform with pride. Ever since the beginning of Boko Haram, hashtag NSAS, and all this, Nigeria has gradually deteriorated when it comes to security. Now you now understand why when people say, why are people, they should come out, sit at home, why don't they? People don't want to hear stories that touch. Look, it will take more than telling the citizens that don't worry, we'll secure you. Most of them will not play with their life because it's only one. The question is, if you say, don't worry, come out, we'll secure you, the monarch just went off. The whole monarch just went off. Investigation is going on, even if they eventually catch the criminals, even if eventually, because I know with the right motivation, our security personnel can do it. They can. But the monarch is gone. That's why you see people, they don't play with that life, it's one. Let's meet in that conversation. What's your take on this? UGM everywhere. Who are these UGM?